Whether it's smooth sailing in the economy or we're in the middle of a perfect financial storm, there is so much to consider when it comes to protecting your financial future. Inflation, volatile markets, we have national debt, high taxes, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner professional, and protecting and growing your nest egg is my business. Coming up on today's show,
income planning in today's market, your retirement simulator, a long-term care tutorial, and much more.
Welcome to Saving the Investor with certified financial planner, investment advisor, and insurance professional Alfie Townsend, president of Advantage Retirement Group. Alfie is a published author, radio show host, speaker, and industry leader.
why do you use an annuity? A lot of people use it for the wrong thing.
He works with retirees and pre-retirees to build and protect their nest egg and offers his experience to help those concerned about financial independence in retirement. If you've got questions about retirement, Saving the Investor starts now.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the show. My name is Craig Wolf, and I'm alongside Southwest Florida's certified financial planner professional, Alfie Townsend. Alfie, good morning.
Good morning.
We're going to talk about income planning in today's market. Volatility, we've been talking about it for a long time. Maybe a couple of years ago, we would have thought things would have calmed down a little bit, and they haven't. So what are the strategies in this volatile market?
Yeah, we do have volatile market. I would have to say in my 40 years of doing this, income planning right now would probably be the hardest in my career. Okay, and
is that because of the volatility?
The volatility, and you still have, even though interest rates are on the rise a little bit, they're still relatively low. Okay, so you have low interest rates, you have a volatile market, and you have high inflation. So you got all these perfect storms working against us. So, you know, the problem is when you're taking money out of a down portfolio, that's what you call reverse dollar cost averaging. Now you have required minimum distributions. You know, people have to take that money out of their IRAs. So if you have everything going down in your portfolio, and a lot of people have bonds in their portfolio. But remember, as interest rates go up, bonds go down. So that's not a good tool to have. That's not a good asset class to have anymore. Is bonds and your stocks. If they're going down, you have to have. You know, if it's structured notes, we'll talk a little bit about that.
Just briefly, what are structured notes?
Well, a structured note is going to be, it's really with a financial institution. They're the ones that hold that note, and they're going to invest in different things. Now, you can invest in individual stocks. We don't like that. What we want to do is invest in either the S&P or the NASDAQ, a big index. And there's a lot of guarantees in there where, you know, it guarantees as long as the, when you get in doesn't go below 30%, you're going to get your interest payment. Now, these interest payments are paying higher than inflation. So that's what you want. You want something that's paying more than inflation so you can, you know, stay ahead of inflation. So these have some great protections. They have principal protection up to 40%. So it's almost like building a car. You ever bought a new car? Yeah. And you want all these bells and whistles, what does it do? It increases it, right? It costs you more. So if you want all this extra protection on these structured notes, you can do that. It would just cost you less in interest. You just get less interest. So the way that we build it is making it where it's going to fight inflation and you have plenty of protection in there, and it's a win-win. And what makes it work is volatility, believe it or not. So volatile markets help these type of investments, but that's one of them. The other thing is, you know, you could have value companies right now, value stocks, you know, because they're dividend paying stocks. But there's a lot of portfolios that I look at, Craig, that are taking a beating, and people having to take money out of that. There's nothing in their account that's fighting the volatility. And they're having to, it's called reverse dollar cost averaging. So income planning, I always say, is one of the most important things that we do here at the Advantage Retirement Group.
And I know in this segment that's what we're talking about, but let me throw the R word, the recession word, in a little bit if people are wondering how that figures in. I saw some kind of survey where something like 90% of corporate CEOs of the biggest companies in this country think that a recession is coming.
Yeah.
But markets don't always do poorly.
That's
in
right.
a recession.
And we can show you some graphs there that out of the last 12 recessions, half of them were made money in, the markets made money in it, and then the other half lost money in it. So it's not a guarantee you're going to lose money, but I can say this: the 1 year following it, the end of a recession, 11 out of 12 were positive, double-digit returns. So there's some good light at the end of the tunnel here.
The media likes to drive the narrative often on recession.
Keep that emotion out of it.
I worked at this station for 18 years and need to be careful what I say here.
That's right.
There is a QR code on your screen. You can use it. It'll take you right to savingtheinvestor.com. Or as I would like to say, do it the old-fashioned way. Use your phone, your laptop, your desktop. Again, savingtheinvestor.com. We're just getting started. Much more to come. Stick around.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
Hi, Alfie Townsend here, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner professional, and we are proud to be official partner of FGCU Athletics. Go Eagles!
Living in Southwest Florida, we're all way too familiar with storms. But what if the perfect financial storm hits while you're in retirement? Are you prepared? Certified financial planner professional Alfie Townsend has a new book out called Making Waves in Retirement. It breaks down the insights Alfie has gained in his 4 decades helping people just like you plan for retirement. It features real stories about real people and illustrates what they've done wrong and what they've done right. Also, strategies to help retirees and those soon to be retired make the right decisions and avoid costly mistakes. Whether it's battling inflation, navigating market volatility, or managing the threat of recession, these strategies may help you too. If you save for retirement, this book should be on your shelf. Get your complimentary copy today simply by being one of the first 5 callers at this number, 239-747-1080. That's 239-747-1080. You protect your home when a storm is coming. Do the same with your hard-earned retirement dollars. Call now for your free copy of Alfie's book, Making Waves in Retirement. 239-747-1080.
Good morning, everyone. This morning I want to start with our process that we use here at the Advanced Retirement Group called the Retirement Simulator. And how we named it, well, I have a great friend, his name is Captain Tom, and I've known him since into the 90s, early 90s. We used to really ride Harleys together. And he was a pilot with American Airlines, and every 9 months he had to go to Dallas and do a simulator with at that time he was flying the 757. By the time he retired, it was a 777. But every 9 months, these pilots have to go and see how, go into their planes that they fly and go into a simulator. And what they do in that simulator, I would say, what happens in there? And he says, well, they really make it hard on you. They'll change your flight pattern as you're exiting as you're moving back, about the takeoff. They're going to see how you land in zero visibility. If you had a bird strike, how the co-pilot and the captain is going to react. And after he told this story to me, I said, that's about what we do with our clients in a sense, because we have a process, and we named it the Retirement Simulator now because we put their portfolio through the test to see how it's going to react during volatile times. We're in a situation right now, we have inflation, we have rising interest rates, we have a recession looming. You just want to know what is going on inside your portfolio, how it's going to act. And what this does, it gives you a whole account of if you have long-term bonds, short-term bonds, how that's going to react. If you have international stock, if you're heavy in international, not enough in U.S. And so it lets us know what's going on inside your portfolio besides the fees. There's a lot of times people say, I don't pay any fees. Well, what this will do is find out what you're truly paying. So if you want to know what's going on inside your portfolio, this is a great process. And especially times that we're going through right now, you need to be proactive instead of reactive. So I encourage everyone to give us a call, set up a time to come in and get your own retirement simulator to see how you will fare in good and bad times.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters. Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now. Give Alfie a call, 239-747-1080.
Maybe you remember the old TV commercial, "Pay me now or pay me later." Consider this. We're actually in the lowest tax bracket in the last 30 years. But these rates may not last for long, and where they may be headed could put a dent in your retirement. But there are things to do right now to reduce your future taxes and make informed decisions about your retirement. Certified financial planner professional Alfie Townsend has a great free resource. Just go to savingtheinvestor.com and you can generate a quick report that can help you evaluate your potential tax bill in retirement. And it takes less than 1 minute. If what you learn surprises you, it's time to talk to Alfie. There may be ways that he can help you so that you can keep more of your hard-earned dollars in your pocket. Paying your fair share is one thing, but who wants to pay a penny more? Protect your financial future. Find out if your retirement tax bill could be too big by visiting savingtheinvestor.com or using the QR code on your screen.
You have a club for every scenario. A driver for the long holes, wedges to get over the hazards, and a putter when you need a touch of finesse. And you'll need plenty of these too. What about your retirement? Will you have enough to play the back nine? Find out today. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review with Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Call 239-747-1080.
You've got questions, and Alfie has the answers that will keep you on the retirement fairway.
How much should I contribute to my 401k?
You know, that question, how much should I contribute to a 401k? It really depends on your needs at this time. If you can afford to put a lot in, max it out. But what I would consider is a Roth 401k. I would consider that because if you can get some, you don't get to have the write-off right now, but if you can have tax-free money down the road, that's the key right there. Because if taxes go up and you're taking out $50,000 and it's tax-free, that's like taking out $80,000 if taxes start to really go up. So it's very important to find out if you could do a Roth, do a Roth, because that might be your option instead of saying how much can I put in. Find out the tax consequences of doing a Roth versus just a 401k.
Fortunately, I inherit a fair sum from my parents' estate. I want to use some of that money, but at the same time, I'd like to be in a position so my kids will inherit some money too. What's the best way to go about that?
So it's funny that you say you inherited money and you want your kids to inherit money too. I'm going to give you an example of an actual client. He inherited a large sum of money, but he wanted to spend some of that money, him and his wife, but he also wanted to make sure that his children, there was 3 of them, that they would inherit money too. So I said, how much do you want them to inherit? He said $500,000 each. So what we did is this, we did a life insurance policy for $1.5 million, and we're going to pay that money out of his inheritance, some of it, not all of it, of course, over 5 years. So we're going to pay that money over 5 years, and the kids are guaranteed to have $500,000 each, 100% tax-free. So he loves that because now he knows he has this other money that him and his wife can go on cruises, they can spend it, and whatever's left, the kids are going to inherit it too, but they can spend with confidence. That's what I like. I want my clients to be able to spend with confidence and have that abundance thinking opposed to the scarcity mode. They have the abundance mode, and that's a great way to doing it. If you're looking for a legacy, to pass on to your kids and still have money to spend.
How do I know when I can afford to retire?
That's a real good question. One of the ways to find out if you have enough to retire is really come in, and what we do is I ask you a lot of questions, but I need to know about not just your assets, but I need to know about your liabilities. What do you owe on your home? What do you owe? What are your monthly expenses? These are all things we have to take in consideration, because when you retire, remember, you no longer have a paycheck. We got to create a paycheck. So we have to make sure you have enough money to create the income that you need to pay you, your monthly expenses, your traveling, your giving, everything that you're expecting in retirement. We have to take all that in consideration, and we use software to do that, and we also use great programs that will really show it to you in person.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
When you're nearing retirement, it's important that your plan includes the proper steps to make an efficient and effective transition. There's a lot to consider. Will your income plan meet your lifestyle? How should you reallocate your assets? Is your withdrawal plan tax efficient? Practice does make perfect, but you only retire once. So how do you know you're making the right decisions and avoiding costly mistakes? Well, it's simple. Call Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner professional. Alfie has more than 30 years of experience helping people just like you transition into retirement. So be one of the first 5 callers and get your complimentary retirement transition review. Call 239-747-1080. There is no cost and no strings attached. So call now, 239-747-1080. Your retirement transition review includes key deadline schedules, asset reallocation guidance, income plan analysis, and tax-efficient withdrawal strategies. Again, be one of the first 5 callers now, and this review is yours at no cost. Call 239-747-1080. You only retire once, so let's get this right. Call Alfie now.
Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now. Give Alfie a call, 239-747-1080.
Today, the national debt is over $30 trillion, and congressional spending is showing no sign of slowing down. And that leaves many of us wondering, will my taxes be higher in retirement? Alfie, should people be concerned about taxes in retirement?
That's a very easy question to answer, and I would say yes. You need really to be proactive during these times instead of reactive. And that's, when you're proactive, you have a plan in place. When you're reactive, you're trying to fix things. And when you're trying to fix something like taxes in the future, we know taxes are that's almost a given that they're going to go up. You said we have over $30 trillion in debt. So that's one way they're going to raise taxes, raise those tax brackets. So you want to definitely start planning. And there's, different things you can do. You start doing Roth conversions. Roth conversions are very, very important, because if you think about it, you're paying taxes now. We're in a relatively low tax bracket. They were changed during President Trump, and then they're going to be changing back if Congress doesn't change anything. And you know how they change things, but usually not for the better. So if they don't make any changes, it can go back to what it was. That means higher taxes. So there's some things that you can do now. There's super Roths, there's Roths, there's just so many things that you can do, pay me now or pay me later, that Fram Oil commercial I talk about all the time because it's so relevant right now. If you take time to do some planning now, and we have the programs at the office, the software to run and see how it affects your Part B, your Part D. It shows you if you go up to the next tax bracket. Now, if you go up to the next tax bracket, that's called your marginal rate, okay? But your average might be 18 by doing some Roth conversion, even though your marginal rate is 24. That just means some of your money went into the 24%, but overall you're paying 18. And remember, we talk about it all the time. In 1979, it was at 70% was the highest marginal tax bracket. So we do have plenty of room to increase taxes in the future. So, our goal is to get our clients to zero as much as we can on some of that money, when it's time for them to start taking out required minimum distribution. So zero is our aim. If we do it with some of the money, that's that much better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much, Alfie. Good information.
Thank you.
And if you'd like to get a hold of Alfie's consumer guide, it's called Could Higher Taxes Derail Your Retirement Approach? This is something that you want to get a hold of. So go to savingtheinvestor.com and you can download your copy, or feel free to use the QR code on your screen.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters. Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now. Give Alfie a call, 239-747-1080. We all have a picture of our perfect retirement, but how do we get there? At Advantage Retirement Group, helping you get there is our business. We're passionate about getting to know you, learning your hopes and dreams. Why? So we can work with you to achieve them. How? By maximizing the money you've saved, minimizing the dollars you pay in taxes and the risk you are exposed to, and creating a retirement income plan that ensures your savings lasts a lifetime. We're thankful to work with so many wonderful people, and we'd love to work with you too. Call Advantage Retirement Group today for your no-cost, no-obligation evaluation, 239-747-1080. Your retirement is too important to put off. Call now, 239-747-1080.
Long-term care is something that that's how I started my career in 1983, was long-term care. Believe it or not, that was one of the toughest products to explain to people, and it was very hard for people to grasp it, saying, you know what, I got to pay all this money, and if I never go in a nursing home or home health care, all that money went to waste. Well, what happened back then was you had to qualify for it. You had to be in really good health, and the company said they'll never raise your rates, but they do have the right to change the rates if the state allows them to raise the rates. And sure enough, that's what happened, and people started just canceling out these policies. So long-term care policies were very complicated back when I first started, and not too many people have a long-term care policy, but the insurance companies listen to a lot of advisors that we were advising them, saying, this is what we need, and if we had something like this, I think the people would really, really run to it. And this is what they developed. They did it with life insurance, and they did it with annuities. And how it works is this: you can have an IRA. This is what I think is fascinating about it. First of all, there's no health questions on the IRA one. No health questions. So if you have an IRA, if you have money sitting in the bank, this is really what we call a bond alternative, okay? Where it's going to pay you some money down the road. It will pay money down the road. It earns money while it's paying you money. But on the other hand, if you or your spouse needed home health care benefits or long-term care benefits, that money that they're paying you would double, okay? Think about this. If you were getting $40,000 a year lifetime income coming in, and it could be IRA money, it could be non-IRA money, and then all of a sudden your health gets bad or your spouse's health gets bad. Now remember, if it's IRA money, let's say it's your IRA and your spouse is the one that gets sick, you can let your spouse use your benefits for up to 5 years on double income. Now, it sounds a little confusing, but as long as you can't do 2 out of 6 activity daily living and your doctor is their doctor, this thing will double the income for up to 5 years for either you or your spouse. No questions asked on qualifying for this. You have to, have it for 2 years. That's That's it. It has to be 2 years old. But there's more details about it. I would love to explain it more in detail to see if it's something that could be in your arsenal with part of your IRA or money that's sitting in the savings to benefit you guys down the road if you ever need it.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters. Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now. Give Alfie a call, 239-747-1080.
Retirement gives you long-awaited opportunities. You finally gain control over how you spend your time. But you also need control of your investments, of your hard-earned money. There are a lot of moving parts, and just saving over the years is the first part. What about generating income, your Social Security, minimizing taxes, or managing risk? If you save for retirement, call us at 239-747-1080. Retirement can last more than 20 years, yet many people don't have enough money saved to get through 1 decade, let alone 2. Call us at 239-747-1080. Let us show you how to make your nest egg go the distance. That's 239-747-1080.
Remember the Wall Street bailouts? Those same big banks and financial firms have been fined billions for misleading customers. And now they want to manage your retirement savings. Why would you trust them? I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner professional. My values are Main Street, not Wall Street. As an independent advisor, I don't work for shareholders, I work for you. If you want a fresh start with a local advisor, give me a call today.
Mondo Uomo specializes in remarkable clothing for the remarkable man, like our exclusive selection of Bugatti and St. Croix shirts and sweaters. Visit our store in Naples at the Village on Venetian Bay or online at mondouomo.com.
We all have a picture of our perfect retirement, but how do we get there? At Advantage Retirement Group, helping you get there is our business. We're passionate about getting to know you, learning your hopes and dreams. Why? So we can work with you to achieve them. How? By maximizing the money you've saved, minimizing the dollars you pay in taxes and the risk you are exposed to, and creating a retirement income plan that ensures your savings lasts a lifetime. We're thankful to work with so many wonderful people, and we'd love to work with you too. Call Advantage Retirement Group today for your no-cost, no-obligation evaluation, 239-747-1080. Your retirement is too important to put off. Call now, 239-747-1080.